Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today we have the wifey here. Well, the fiancée.
Pending title.
Title pending. So what'd you do?
Some stuff. We went to the store today. I made a sandwich. Oh, what did I do for the video? So Chris was like, hey, here's this really nifty website. It's called like PC part picker something or other. So you pick some PC parts. Sounds like a fun time. I'm gonna give you $1,200 in fake money that you don't actually get to spend, and you're gonna build a PC. And I was like, fine. I mean, I'm gonna fudge it up because I don't know nothing, but fine. Like, this is easy. Let's go. And we did it. Well, it's like one. Hold on, let me add up the. Oh, it's right there. It's it's $1,151.35. So that is under $1,200. So basically, I'm a boss.
Pre-tax. No windows.
No windows.
And the fan pack price isn't available. Just full disclaimer. Also, full disclaimer. This is her first ever PC build ever.
With very limited knowledge.
Yeah, and I didn't let her look anything up. So it's kind of, she watched a lot of Bit.
A lot of Bitwit and some Linus Boys, and
LT2.
we built it in my computer, and we literally just upgraded the Penguin machine.
The ultimate penguin.
Like, I'm sure Chris is gonna talk about that.
Pending, video.
Beastie Boy here. Now. But just did that. And we're working on wait, hold on, I just want to clarify. So we just upgraded this like last night. And like 15 days ago. And he literally upgraded it just to be like, oh shit, Micro Center's having a sale. I think I'm just gonna And then he sold his old motherboard and stuff to his friend who he's building a PC for right now. So, I'm mad about it, but it's whatever because I got a new camera that it's
if you had a choice between a 2070 Super or a GTX 970, what are you gonna pick?
The 970. You want to bottleneck that bitch, right?
That thing's old as hell. I couldn't even keep up with the 3700X.
Anyway, so like I said, limited knowledge. I should know some things. Like, I know words and stuff. So, let's move into the build of the day. Build of the day.
And here it is. Let's go and edit so I can pull everything up big screen wise. Starting off with a CPU, starting strong with an i7 9700K processor. You got the $400 there. That's a lot of money for the processor.
Is it?
Straight up. A third of your budget, a lot of money. 30 of your budget is normally your graphics board.
I figured you'd want your CPU to be like the most expensive thing, because like I feel like that's like.
So
shut up. I'm talking. I am a tech god, and you're just going to listen to me.
Tech god.
So
get out.
I feel like your CPU like can last the longest, and because like a graphics card just kind of like pops out, and you can just put another one in.
If you do that to a graphics card,
you just put another. Like, it's easier to change. You don't gotta take no fans off and like wipe off. No. So that like you can get a really good CPU and just upgrade as you go along, because not everyone is Kira. You can't just text them and be like, hey, do you want to spend $550 on a graphics card? And they'll say yes.
So what would you as a person use a computer for? Because like you normally use it for light YouTube and gaming.
Light YouTube?
Like to watch YouTube.
I would say I watch a lot of YouTube. There's nothing light
but
about
you don't. You're not doing like 3D modeling. You're not doing obscene video editing and
sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, I keep Chrome open while I play Overwatch.
But like, so this processor is overkill for that.
You didn't say this was for me. You just said to build No.
All right,
you just said to build a $1,200 PC.
No matter what, it's overkill for the budget. So, and you got the thermal take, whatever the heck, CPU fan cooler. What made you pick that one?
This is one on my computer.
Yeah, you like it?
It's quiet.
It is quiet. It's nice.
And unlike your Ryzen disgracefulness,
well,
it does the colors it's supposed to.
Drivers, man. I thought they had the drivers. Anyway, moving on to your very expensive motherboard. your bronze and silver Tai Chi motherboard. What was the thought process here? I know you had some problems with the sockets, so you had to Google that.
I did.
So, all right, what's
So this was initially when I had the i9 900 something or other.
Initially was built for 9900K in mind, yeah.
So I looked up what motherboards would fit that.
Yeah.
I had a list.
Yeah.
They didn't have the other ones on the list on this website.
Yeah.
So I picked that one.
So, I mean,
I didn't realize they had like the compatibility feature until I got farther down the list. So I would have been fine with whatever they said.
So 9th gen used that socket. Just so for future reference, you know, even yours uses that socket. Your i5.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is overkill for a motherboard, but you know that. So
I blame COVID, and it's not really that expensive.
Probably not. I can't say because I haven't built an Intel since yours, and your motherboard was pretty cheap. So
I don't know how much
I got
it
it on
costs.
sale, probably sub 200, like 150.
Okay.
So, moving on to the RAM. You have the fastest RAM. This is the choice I am most pleased with that you've made on this whole build.
Thank you.
The fastest RAM possible without overclocking, because you wouldn't know how to overclock. So like, you wouldn't even know that you could have done more than what's compatible on base clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then 16 gigs. That's like super actually like, yeah.
Well,
that's what's recommended.
I was going to go with 32 gigs. I was going to get 4 8GB sticks. But realistically, like, I knew that I would probably have a clearance issue with the motherboard and the cooler, so I didn't want to risk it. So I just went with.
Alright. That makes sense. Alright. Your storage.
I literally thought I picked out the same one that was in my computer.
You did.
Oh, I did?
You have a 2 terabyte and then one that...
I didn't pick out a hard drive, did I?
You picked out a hard drive. You didn't pick out
an SSD
or an NVMe or an M.2 SSD. That's the only difference. That would be your boot drive that boots Windows like, boop. That's what you have.
Okay.
So, like, that's a great hard drive, but your Windows is going to boot like utter trash.
Well, conveniently enough,
you don't have
Windows. I didn't buy Windows.
Yeah, so you're fine.
So...
You're just going to download some Linux and it's still going to run like trash. It's fine.
That sounds like a Linux problem.
Oh, man.
I couldn't find yours.
A 1660 Super, though?
It said Super and Ultra.
At least do a 2060 Super.
Look, when you go into graphics cards and you sort price low to high, you're only gonna get something else.
I mean, you can't...
When I picked out my graphics card, I still had, like, the i9 900 blah 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 boy in there. So, like, I, like, had
point,
nothing
like,
left in the
you're
budget.
Like 3 ways away, so you're like, all your budget's basically spent. All right.
Yeah.
Alright, I can see it. What would you pick now?
I don't know.
If you had a choice to not... I don't want you. That's the problem here. So, I'm giving you a freebie.
A freebie?
A choice here. If you had a choice to swap that out now, what would you do?
Okay.
So... You went with a 2060, so I'll give you, props there.
But it doesn't say Super or Ultra.
It's not a Super or an Ultra. It's not overclocked in any way, shape, or form. It's a base 2060.
But it does say game.
But it is better than your 1660 Super you just had.
Okay.
So, you did just upgrade it. I would have gone with a 2060 Super, but, like,
I didn't see one, though.
That's fine. It's whatever. PC part, I haven't used PC part picker since senior year of high school. Okay. That was... Ooh, I don't want to talk about.
We probably should have. Next time we do this, we'll try new eggs.
I want to try new eggs thing to see if it's any better. You went with this case that I've never heard of before.
So I had picked out a case that looked almost identical to it, and I think the one I picked out initially was a Cooler Master.
All right.
But it was like twice as much.
So we're gonna look at some images for this. Ooh. I mean, you know what though?
It came with a fan.
Comes with a rear fan.
And it looked like it had a decent, like, what I was looking for was cable management options.
Yeah.
It seemed like it had a decent enough cable management where you can hide it a little bit.
I don't know where you see that.
I don't know either. Maybe. That might have been the other case I picked out.
I don't know. It's simple. But it's kind of cool.
They really didn't have a lot of case options.
So for like $50, I'll say that this is. I mean, I've never heard of Aerocool before. I don't know. You know, maybe they run cool.
It had a fan in it.
But I'll let that slide.
Okay. I'm really nervous about the power supply. Like, I'm really nervous.
I'm gonna be honest.
I went with EVGA fully modular.
I know.
Those were the words I could go with that I knew what I was looking for, but I don't have any idea what the numbers mean.
I'm surprised it's a 80 plus bronze for being a fully modular EVGA power supply. That just means its efficiency is lower, so it's kind of like taking more power out of the wall than it's giving me a computer.
Okay.
Kind of deal. But fully modular is a really good choice. I love it. It's always been in the computers I've built that you know. Because wires are a mess, and this is the easiest way to kind of start with wire management, cable management. Same thing.
And then free fans.
And then free fans that are not for free. They're probably like $20 each, so $60 overall. But pushing $1,300 for your first ever try, and if you drop the motherboard price down, you'd have a pretty solid build. Like I said, you need a 2060 Super. You need a boot drive.
I'm gonna try to drop the motherboard down. There's so much of it.
All right, now knowing what you know, fix it. You did it. Granted, again, the fans,
the power supply
are going to be $60. It can be better, but
it doesn't have to be better.
It doesn't. You're squeezing. I mean, if you want to squeeze every last drop, you can go ahead and search for one, but you don't. You even admitted you don't know what everything means when it comes to a power supply, so it's fine.
And I really only have $9.
The only thing,
like, I have $9 to work with.
The only thing I might do with this build,
okay,
is still trying to find a cheaper motherboard.
Can I? Is there cheaper?
Or most likely is. And I would also probably get a cheaper SSD. $90 is a little expensive, but you also wanted a Samsung.
Well,
like, you specifically clicked on Samsung.
I did.
So, that's personal choice. I would have put that money to a PSU of 80 plus gold, because I like efficient PSUs. Yeah, you don't even. And that's fine. Someone, you're doing this with minimal help, and you have just done a budget build of, well, not a budget build, but a computer build with a budget of $1,200. You did it!
I did it!
You did it one time on your own, and you made it better with some help, and that's fine. I mean,
but like,
it's always great to have help. You're always gonna have help.
So I think my favorite part about this video is you kind of like. So, like, it's kind of scary. Like, to pick it. Like, you don't know what's what. Like, it's intimidating. But, like, I don't know. Talking through it made it a little easier.
Even with PC parts picker, it's kind of... I always worried about compatibility because it's not 100% accurate sometimes in all of that regard. And then the prices aren't 100% accurate either because, like, literally you're pulling from B&H here, Amazon here, Newegg here. And so, it's a little iffy.
I also, like, I'm not down, like, some people might be down, and that's fine. I would never build a computer from Newegg here, and Amazon here, and B&H here. Like, I'm a snob. I want everything to come, like, I want to go to a store, hold it in my hand, put it in a cart, put it in a car, bring it home, and put it together.
My first processor actually didn't work because I got it off a Newegg, and it broke in transit. It was an FX 6300. This was my first build, and it broke in transit.
Yeah, so
And going through the process of having to return it to Newegg to get them to send me another one is a pain in the butt. When I could have just went to Micro Center and been like, here.
I think I'm spoiled because we have a Micro Center 15 minutes away.
Yeah, and if you didn't have a store like that, I can see it being a pain in the butt.
But
to kind of do
so when we move, we just have to make sure there's a.
We have a friend now.
We just have to make sure there's a Micro Center nearby, or. Well, I guess not a Fry's. Just gonna say Fry's, but they're not. Just move to New York, right next to B&H.
Did you enjoy doing this?
No. It was awful. Terrible experience. Would not recommend.
Is that your real opinion? Seriously? Damn.
I mean, it's alright. I don't know.
Would you ever actually build your own computer?
Maybe. I don't think I would build my own computer because I like the computer I have. Like, if we ever got to a point where it's outdated, then, like, maybe.
Say, you know, the bare minimum, you could pick out a computer and all that stuff. Without me, would you go to a store and buy these parts to then build it yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
I can't guarantee it would function, but yeah.
Well, luckily, we're going to go to a store and buy this.
We ain't
we're not.
That kind of money right now.
We got a wedding coming up.
Maybe after the wedding. Definitely after the wedding.
That would be very fun to do with you, though. See if we can actually build this.
A little more of a budgety build.
Yeah. No, like,
shrink the budget down.
I would try to task you with doing like a $600 to $700 build. That is a much harder budget to work with.
Ooh,
so.
I want to do that right now.
So you actually had some fun.
I had some fun.
Okay, that's good.
I could see why this wouldn't be fun for someone who had zero knowledge at all, and they would be like... My alternative was cleaning the room or building a fictional computer, so I opted for this one.
Well, I'm glad to know you enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, she won't be joining me ever again. She's gonna go by. No, get back here.
Hi, I'm back.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all the videos coming with the new camera and stuff and things. We got that video will come soon. Anyway, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Bye.
Bye.